In the realm of relationships, one of the most confusing and often emotionally charged experiences a man can face is when a woman, after disappearing or distancing herself, suddenly comes back into his life. The no-contact period, where communication is deliberately paused, can trigger a variety of responses in a woman, and understanding why she may return can help you navigate relationships with clarity and confidence. Relationships are complex, shaped not only by emotions but also by human psychology, attachment styles, and the dynamics of desire and connection. When a woman comes back after no contact, it is rarely a random act. There are underlying reasons, often rooted in self-reflection, emotional recalibration, and the natural human tendency to gravitate toward meaningful connections. No contact often creates a sense of absence, which gives both parties time to evaluate their feelings, desires, and what the other person truly means to them. From a psychological perspective, absence can create longing. When a woman experiences this absence, she may begin to notice what she misses, not only in terms of companionship, but also the emotional stability, respect, or excitement she felt with you. This period allows her to reassess her priorities, emotions, and the value of the connection she had with you. In many cases, the very act of not being in touch triggers reflection. She may recognize the qualities she truly appreciates in you, the comfort of your presence, or the unique bond that existed. Another key factor is the principle of emotional contrast. During no contact, she may experience loneliness, unmet emotional needs, or even the realization that alternatives are not as fulfilling. This contrast between the absence of connection and the fulfillment she previously experienced with you can lead her to return. It's important to understand that this is not necessarily manipulative behavior. It's a natural human response to missing someone who genuinely impacted their life. Additionally, women often return after no contact because they sense change or growth. The period of distance can provide both parties with a chance to improve themselves, correct past mistakes, or approach the relationship with a fresh perspective. If she observes that you've become more confident, emotionally balanced, or independent, this can rekindle her interest and trust. Change is attractive because it signals maturity, self-awareness, and stability, all of which are qualities that strengthen long-term attraction. In essence, a woman returning after no contact is often a combination of emotional clarity, reflection on her past decisions, and a renewed recognition of the value of the relationship. Understanding the psychological, emotional, and relational dynamics behind this behavior can help you approach the situation with confidence, avoid past pitfalls, and create a stronger, healthier connection moving forward. It's a complex interplay of emotions, timing, and personal growth, but when understood, it provides valuable insights into human behavior and the true power of connection in relationships. One of the most common reasons a woman returns after a period of no contact is the realization of your true value in her life. When she steps away, either consciously or subconsciously, she experiences a gap that makes her evaluate the relationship from a fresh perspective. Absence, in this case, does not just create distance. It creates space for reflection, emotional clarity, and a deeper understanding of what she had in you. Often, people take certain relationships or partners for granted when they are constantly available, assuming that they will always be there. No contact interrupts this dynamic. It removes the immediacy of your presence and forces her to confront what she is missing. During this period, she may start to remember the qualities that made your relationship unique and meaningful. Your reliability, emotional support, humor, attention to her needs, and even small gestures of care that she might have overlooked while you were always around suddenly stand out. This isn't just about missing someone physically. It's about the emotional fulfillment and stability that you provided. She starts to notice that not everyone brings the same combination of traits, and that she may not find such a balanced connection easily elsewhere. Another important aspect is the contrast she experiences. When you were constantly available, she may have focused more on minor flaws or disagreements. No contact creates a mental and emotional contrast. She compares the emptiness she feels without you to the positive experiences you offered. This comparison often leads to the conclusion that your presence was more valuable than she initially acknowledged. It's a psychological effect often described in terms of loss aversion. Humans naturally feel the pain of losing something more acutely than the pleasure of gaining something new. In relationships, this means that when she loses regular contact with you, her mind emphasizes what she had, highlighting your importance in her life. Moreover, this period allows her to reflect on her own feelings and priorities. She may realize that her reasons for pulling away were temporary or based on misunderstandings, stress, or external factors. In the quiet space created by no contact, her emotions settle, and she can see the relationship more clearly. The emotional fog clears, and she is able to reconnect with the positive memories, experiences, and feelings that made her value you in the first place. Ultimately, the realization of your value is a powerful motivator for a woman to return. She recognizes that not every person who enters her life will provide the same level of support, understanding, and connection. The absence of your presence forces her to confront this truth, creating a natural pull toward re-establishing contact. When she comes back, it is often because she has gained clarity about what truly matters and understands that your presence brings something unique and irreplaceable into her life. Another major reason a woman may return after a period of no contact is her need for emotional clarity and perspective. Relationships are often intense and emotionally charged, which can cloud judgment and lead to impulsive decisions. When emotions run high, whether due to arguments, misunderstandings, or unmet expectations, she might step away to protect herself or gain some space. No contact provides her the breathing room she needs to process her feelings without the immediate influence of the relationship's daily dynamics. This distance allows her to examine the relationship more objectively and consider her true desires, needs, and priorities. During the no-contact period, a woman can reflect on the patterns in the relationship. She evaluates what worked and what didn't, the emotional highs and lows, and the moments when she truly felt seen, appreciated, and valued. In the absence of daily interaction, she begins to recognize the unique emotional support and connection you offered. This reflection is crucial because it helps her separate temporary frustrations from the underlying value of the relationship. Often, women return not because they never had doubts before, but because the distance gives them a new perspective, allowing them to appreciate what they may have overlooked while emotions were running high. Emotional clarity also comes from understanding her own needs. When she steps back, she can honestly ask herself questions like, did I truly feel secure with him? Or did he make me feel loved and respected? Without your presence constantly influencing her feelings, she gains a clearer understanding of what she is looking for in a partner and what is truly important to her. This process can reveal that the connection she shares with you fulfills emotional needs that other relationships or experiences cannot replicate. It's a realization that often draws her back, as she sees the uniqueness of your bond more clearly. Additionally, perspective gained during no contact helps her see the relationship in a broader context. She can weigh the importance of minor disagreements against the overall benefits of the connection. Many times, when couples are constantly interacting, small issues get magnified and create unnecessary tension. The space provided by no contact reduces emotional noise and allows her to prioritize what truly matters: trust, respect, affection, and emotional intimacy. This perspective often highlights the positive aspects of the relationship that may have been overshadowed by temporary challenges. Ultimately, emotional clarity and perspective are powerful motivators for her return. When she comes back, it is usually because she has taken the time to understand her own heart and mind, and she recognizes that the relationship offers value, security, and emotional fulfillment that she doesn't want to lose. By stepping back, she gains the insight needed to return with a more balanced and intentional approach, ready to appreciate the connection fully and invest in it with renewed awareness. A powerful reason a woman may return after a period of no contact is the undeniable pull of emotional attachment. Human beings are inherently emotional creatures, and relationships, especially those that have had depth and meaning, create bonds that are difficult to ignore. Emotional attachment develops over time through shared experiences, trust, intimacy, and the feeling of being understood and valued. When a woman distances herself through no contact, she often comes face with the strength of the attachment she has formed. The absence of the connection makes the heart recognize what the mind may have overlooked during the everyday routine of the relationship. Even if she initially pulled away due to frustration, misunderstanding, or the need for space, emotional attachment doesn't simply disappear. Memories of shared moments, both big and small, resurface. The laughter, emotional conversations, support during tough times, and the comfort of knowing someone truly cares can create a magnetic pull back toward you. This emotional residue is often stronger than temporary anger or disappointment. When the heart and mind begin to align, she realizes that the emotional connection she had with you is rare and difficult to replicate elsewhere, motivating her to reconnect. Another aspect of emotional attachment is the sense of security and familiarity you provide. Humans naturally gravitate toward people who make them feel understood, accepted, and emotionally safe. During no contact, she may explore other options or spend time away from you, but the unique emotional bond you shared cannot be easily replaced. Emotional attachment works in cycles. Absence heightens awareness, and longing reinforces the desire to return. The more she experiences life without your presence, the more she feels the weight of your absence, which often leads her to reassess her true feelings. Emotional attachment also interacts with subconscious desire. Women may not consciously plan to return, but deep down, their emotions are guiding their actions. They feel the connection, even when rationally they may have thought it was best to stay away. This internal tug-of-war between logic and emotion often resolves itself when the emotional need for closeness outweighs temporary discomfort or pride. No contact gives her time to sort through these feelings, allowing attachment to surface naturally and without external pressure. Finally, emotional attachment is strengthened when she sees evidence of your growth or confidence during the no-contact period. If she perceives that you've maintained your independence, emotional stability, and self-respect, the emotional bond becomes even more attractive. She not only remembers why she felt attached to you, but also recognizes your continued value, which reinforces her desire to return and reconnect. In essence, the pull of emotional attachment is a fundamental driver of a woman's return. It is the invisible thread that ties her heart to yours, made stronger by absence, reflection, and the recognition of the unique connection you share. When she comes back, it is often because the bond you created cannot be ignored, and the emotional need for your presence draws her toward rekindling what once mattered deeply. Another important reason a woman may return after a period of no contact is that she notices positive changes in you. During the no contact period, you have the opportunity to focus on yourself, your growth, and your personal development. This distance not only allows her to reflect on her own feelings, but it also gives her the chance to see who you truly are when you're independent, self-confident, and emotionally stable. Women are naturally drawn to men who display strength, confidence, and self-improvement, and witnessing these positive changes can reignite her interest and attraction. When she observes that you've grown during the time apart, whether it's in your emotional maturity, communication skills, self-discipline, or overall demeanor, it signals that you are someone who is evolving and taking control of your life. This is incredibly attractive because it demonstrates that you are not dependent on her presence for your happiness. Women are often drawn to partners who can thrive independently, as it suggests emotional strength, stability, and reliability. No contact allows you to show that you are capable of maintaining your life and well-being without being overly reliant on her, which in turn makes her see your value more clearly. Positive changes can also be reflected in the way you handle yourself when she reaches out or when interactions resume. If you appear calm, confident, and composed, rather than needy, desperate, or reactive, it reinforces the perception that you are in control of your emotions. This behavior signals that you are mature and self-aware, qualities that are highly attractive and can motivate her to re-establish a connection. Women often respond to the energy you project. Demonstrating growth and self-confidence can remind her why she was initially drawn to you and why the relationship had potential. Moreover, when she notices improvements in the way you handle life's challenges, relationships, or your own personal goals, it can trigger admiration and renewed respect. Respect is a core element of attraction, and realizing that you are evolving in ways that align with her values or desires can lead her to reconsider the relationship. She may begin to see the relationship not only as emotionally fulfilling, but also as one where mutual growth and support are possible. It's also worth noting that change creates a sense of intrigue. Absence combined with visible personal growth can stir curiosity and emotional desire. She may want to reconnect to see how far you've come, to explore the new dynamics, and to be part of your evolving life. This curiosity often acts as a strong motivator for returning after no contact. In summary, positive changes in you during no contact are a powerful catalyst for her return. By demonstrating growth, independence, emotional stability, and confidence, you remind her of your value while simultaneously creating attraction through personal development. When she returns, it is often because she sees that you are not only the same person she once valued, but someone who is even stronger, more attractive, and more desirable than before. One of the most powerful reasons a woman may return after a period of no contact is the emergence of feelings of loss and regret. When a relationship ends or communication stops, the absence of someone significant creates a vacuum that can't easily be filled. During no contact, she may begin to realize what she truly had in you: your care, attention, loyalty, and emotional support, and understand that such qualities are rare and not easily replaced. This realization often leads to regret for her past actions, decisions, or the emotional distance she initially created. Regret is a natural emotional response when people recognize the value of what they've lost. Even if she left for reasons she thought were valid, the time away allows her to reflect on the positives of the relationship, the moments of connection, and the emotional fulfillment you provided. Memories of shared laughter, deep conversations, and your reliability resurface, highlighting the gap that your absence has left. It's this combination of nostalgia and emotional recognition that often motivates a woman to reach out and attempt to rebuild what was temporarily lost. Loss is felt not only emotionally, but also psychologically. Humans have an innate desire for attachment and security, and losing a partner who provided these things triggers a natural longing. During no contact, she may try to distract herself or explore other options, but the unique connection she had with you can't easily be replicated. The absence magnifies what she had taken for granted, creating an emotional pull that can't be ignored. The more she experiences life without your presence, the more pronounced the sense of loss becomes. Regret also plays a crucial role in decision-making. Once the emotional haze of separation clears, she may realize that the reasons for leaving were temporary or situational rather than fundamental incompatibilities. She begins to understand that the relationship offered value, stability, and emotional satisfaction that she may not find elsewhere. This clarity makes her want to return, not merely out of desire, but out of recognition that losing the connection was a mistake. Additionally, the combination of loss and regret often stimulates introspection. She may examine her own role in the relationship, her behavior, and the choices that led to the no-contact period. This self-reflection can result in a desire to correct past mistakes and approach the relationship with a new perspective. Women who experience genuine regret often return with more humility, a clearer understanding of their own feelings, and a renewed commitment to making the relationship work. In conclusion, feelings of loss and regret are a significant motivator for a woman's return after no contact. The emotional gap created by your absence, combined with the realization of your unique value, leads her to reevaluate the relationship and consider reconnecting. This process of reflection and longing often results in her coming back, not out of impulsive emotion, but because she recognizes that what she lost was meaningful and worth regaining. A major reason a woman may return after a period of no contact is the perception of your independence and confidence. During no contact, you are focused on yourself, your life, and your personal growth. You are not reacting to her absence with neediness or desperation. Instead, you are living your life on your terms. This behavior is incredibly attractive to women because it signals emotional maturity, self-respect, and the ability to thrive independently, all qualities that form the foundation of a strong, healthy relationship. When she sees that you are not dependent on her presence for your happiness or validation, it changes the way she perceives you. Confidence and independence are magnetic traits that draw people back, because they demonstrate that you are a man with his own purpose, values, and life direction. No contact allows her to witness this transformation or reinforcement of traits without the usual distractions of daily communication or emotional turbulence. She begins to recognize that you are someone who does not chase but rather commands respect through your actions and demeanor. Independence also communicates that you have boundaries and self-control. Women are attracted to men who respect themselves enough not to tolerate poor treatment or emotional games. During no contact, your ability to maintain your life without being consumed by the absence of her attention showcases your strength and stability. It sends a subtle yet powerful message. You are not easily swayed by emotional highs and lows. and you value yourself enough to demand respect. This perception often reignites attraction and draws her back, as she realizes that losing a confident, self-reliant partner is a mistake. Confidence, on the other hand, reinforces the emotional pull of the relationship. When she notices that you are calm, composed, and unbothered by her absence, it creates intrigue and admiration. It demonstrates that you are secure in yourself and your worth, which in turn triggers a natural desire to reconnect. Women are naturally drawn to partners who exude certainty and strength, because these traits offer emotional stability and security, qualities that are difficult to find elsewhere. Furthermore, the combination of independence and confidence shows that you have been growing during the no-contact period. You are not stagnant. You are evolving, achieving your goals, and improving your life. This growth is highly attractive because it signals that the relationship with you can be dynamic, supportive, and fulfilling over time. She begins to see that returning to you is not just about reigniting old feelings, but about reconnecting with a partner who is continually improving and who brings strength and stability into her life. In conclusion, a woman is often drawn back after no contact because she observes your independence and confidence. These traits demonstrate that you are emotionally strong, self-aware, and capable of leading a fulfilling life without relying on her validation. Her attraction is reignited not by desperation, but by the recognition that you are a high-value partner who commands respect, stability, and admiration, qualities she does not want to lose. The final key reason a woman may return after a period of no contact is her hope for a better and healthier connection. Relationships are not perfect, and even the strongest bonds experience challenges, misunderstandings, and moments of tension. Sometimes a woman needs space to process these issues and envision what a more balanced and fulfilling relationship could look like. No contact provides this necessary pause, giving her the opportunity to step back, reflect, and consider how things could improve if both parties approach the relationship with clarity and intentionality. During the no-contact period, she often evaluates her own behavior and the dynamics that may have contributed to distance or conflict. She may recognize mistakes she made, patterns that caused frustration, or ways she could have been more understanding or supportive. At the same time, she has the chance to reflect on what she truly values in a partner: emotional consistency, respect, loyalty, and genuine care. By taking this time to reassess, she begins to imagine a renewed relationship that addresses previous shortcomings and prioritizes mutual growth and happiness. The hope for a healthier connection is also fueled by her memories of the emotional bond she shared with you. She remembers how you made her feel safe, appreciated, and understood, and realizes that such a connection is rare and worth striving to restore. The absence created by no contact heightens these reflections and makes her more aware of the unique qualities you bring to the relationship. She starts to envision a future where both of you can communicate more effectively, avoid past mistakes, and create a more stable and supportive dynamic. Another factor is the natural human desire to correct past errors. Women, like men, often seek closure or improvement rather than simply walking away from something meaningful. No contact allows her to assess the relationship without emotional interference and develop a plan for approaching it differently. When she comes back, it is often because she believes that the relationship can be stronger, healthier, and more fulfilling than before. She hopes to experience a connection that balances love, respect, and mutual understanding. Additionally, this hope is intertwined with the emotional pull she feels for you. By combining reflection, regret, and admiration for your growth or independence, she begins to see that a renewed connection is not only desirable but also possible. The no contact period helps her realize that the relationship's foundation is worth rebuilding, and that both of you can approach it with a fresh perspective, free from previous patterns that cause distance or conflict. In summary, a woman often returns after no contact because she hopes for a better, healthier connection. She envisions a relationship where past mistakes are acknowledged, growth is embraced, and emotional fulfillment is restored. Her return is motivated by a combination of reflection, hope, and desire for improvement, showing that love, understanding, and mutual growth are powerful forces that can reignite a meaningful relationship. Understanding why women return after a period of no contact requires a deep awareness of human psychology, emotional needs, and relationship dynamics. The 7 key reasons we have explored: realizing your value, gaining emotional clarity, feeling the pull of emotional attachment, noticing positive changes in you, experiencing loss and regret, observing your independence and confidence, and hoping for a healthier connection, reveal a common truth. Women often come back when they recognize both the uniqueness of the bond and the potential for a stronger, more fulfilling relationship. No contact is more than just a period of silence. It is a powerful tool for reflection, growth, and emotional recalibration for both parties. For her, it provides the space to assess her feelings without the constant influence of the relationship. And for you, it is an opportunity to focus on personal development, self-respect, and independence. During this time, she experiences a combination of introspection, longing, and reflection, which often brings clarity about what the relationship truly meant and why she may not want to lose it. It is in this absence that she begins to notice the qualities that made you valuable in her life: your reliability, emotional support, respect, and the bond you shared, which she may have overlooked or taken for granted while constantly being around you. The emotional journey of returning is rarely impulsive. It is rooted in the natural human need for attachment, connection, and emotional fulfillment. Women are drawn back not only by attraction, but also by a desire to restore something meaningful and unique. This return is often a signal that she has processed her emotions, reflected on her own actions, and gained a new perspective on what matters most in a partner. She comes back with a clearer understanding of herself, the relationship, and the potential for growth and improvement moving forward. It is important to recognize that her return is not a guarantee of the same dynamic repeating itself. It is an opportunity, a chance to approach the relationship with renewed awareness, healthier boundaries, and mutual respect. By understanding the psychological and emotional reasons behind her return, you can respond thoughtfully, avoid past mistakes, and create a relationship that is stronger and more fulfilling for both of you. Ultimately, why a woman returns after no contact is a reflection of the deep emotional and psychological bonds that exist between people. Absence often heightens awareness, reflection allows for clarity, and growth inspires renewed attraction. Her return is not merely a desire to reconnect. It is a recognition of the value you bring, the emotional fulfillment she experienced, and the hope for a relationship that can thrive with better understanding and mutual effort. In conclusion, no contact is not just a period of silence. It is a transformative time that can reveal true feelings, highlight personal growth, and reignite meaningful connections. When a woman returns after no contact, it is often because she has gained clarity, recognized the significance of your presence, and hopes to build a stronger, healthier, and more emotionally fulfilling relationship. By understanding these dynamics, you can navigate her return with insight, confidence, and a deeper appreciation of the complex and beautiful nature of human connection.